Hello everyone. I welcome you all to your IEO practice classes. And today we will be taking up the chapter 10 voices. Now let me read out two sentences for you so that I can make you understand what is voice. My sister taught me how to ride a bicycle. This is the first sentence, and in the second sentence, I was taught by my sister how to ride a bicycle. In the first sentence, the subject is performing the action, and in the second sentence, the subject is receiving the action. My sister taught me. My sister taught me. The subject, my sister, is performing the action taught. And in the second sentence, I was taught by my sister how to ride a bicycle. So, in the second sentence, the subject I is receiving the action done by his or her sister. Voice, active and passive voice. In a sentence, if the subject of the sentence is the doer of the action, it is said to be in the active voice. Examples: Ranveer helped Anwar with his homework. Tushar's uncle took him to dinner on his birthday. So, as you can see in both sentences, subject in first sentence the subject Ranveer, he did something. He did what? He helped. He helped whom? Anwar. That means Ranveer is performing the action. In the second sentence as well, Tushar's uncle took him. What Tushar's uncle did? Tushar's uncle took Tushar to dinner on his birthday. So in both sentences, the subjects are doing or performing the action. Now read these sentences, or just put your focus on these sentences. The students were scolded by the teacher. The vase in the living room was broken by the child. In both these sentences, the subjects student and vase are the receivers of the action scolded and broken. I'm repeating myself. In both these sentences, the subjects student and vase are the receivers of the action are the receivers of the actions scolded and broken. So, in a sentence, if the subject of the sentence is the recipient, is the receiver of the action, it is said to be the passive voice. Now, few rules are there to form a sentence in passive voice. The subject of a sentence in the active voice becomes its object in the passive voice. The object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. Like Sachin, the subject, scored a century in the match. This sentence is in active voice. Now let us change into passive. A century, which was the object in the previous sentence, now here it is acting as a subject. A century was scored by Sachin. Sachin, this word was the subject in the previous sentence, but now it is acting as object in the match. So here, as you can see, the examples of active and passive voice. Sometimes, if the doer of the action is not important, it is usually not mentioned in the sentence in the passive voice. If mentioned, it is introduced by the word by. For example, water supply was restored after 2 days. Here in the sentence, the doer of the action is not mentioned. The tunnel was dug by 3 men. Here, the doer of the action is mentioned. Now, the rule number 3, the verb in active voice takes its past participle form in the passive voice. Like the postman delivers our letters. The sentence is in active voice, and if we change this sentence into passive, it will be like our letters are delivered by the postman. Number 4, When we change a sentence from the active voice to the passive voice, the tense of the verb must remain unchanged. Like, my mother gives us piano lessons every day. The tense is in present tense and the sentence is in active voice. Now let us change into passive. We are given piano lessons by my mother every day. As you can see, still the tense is in present, but slight changes has been done. Helping verb has verb has been added to the sentence so that we can show that the receiver, the subject is receiving the action. Now, rule number 5. The subject in the active voice must agree with the verb in the active voice. The subject in the passive voice must agree with the verb in the passive voice. Like, the minister is distributing blankets among the poor. The sentence is active voice. Singular subject, minister. Singular verb is distributing. Now, let me convert this sentence into passive voice. Blankets are being distributed among the poor by the minister. In this sentence is the example of passive voice. Plural subject, blankets. Plural verb, are being distributed. I hope you have understood. Now, rule number 6. If a sentence in the active voice has a modal verb, the word be is added to the modal verb in the passive voice. Like, I can complete this work on Friday. The sentence is in active and the modal is can. If we change this sentence into passive, then the sentence will be like, this work can be completed by me on Friday. As you can see, in passive voice, while changing the sentence into passive, if the sentence is having a modal, we have to add the word be, spelled as be, after the modal. Now, another example is, you should clean the room by evening. This example is of active voice and its passive voice will be, the room should be cleaned by you by evening. Again, you can see the word spelled as be is being added, is being preceded by the word should. Now, if depending on the tense of the verb in the active voice, it needs to be changed to its corresponding form in the passive voice. The perfect continuous tense does not have a passive voice. Remember, students, the perfect continuous tense doesn't have a passive voice. So, in voice, we change the sentence to simple only. We done the changes in simple tense, in continuous tense, and in perfect tense. No passive voice is there for perfect continuous tense. Now, rule 8. When personal pronouns are used as the subject of a sentence in active voice, they change their form when they become the object in the passive voice. Like, I solved this puzzle. This sentence is in active. And if I have to change it in passive, as I have told you, the object of the active voice will become the subject of the passive voice. Like, the puzzle was solved by me. I'm repeating myself. I solved the puzzle. This sentence is in active voice. The object of the active voice, the object of this sentence will become the subject of the passive voice. Like, this puzzle, as the tense was in past tense, solved. So we have to add a helping verb, that is this puzzle, and as you can see, the subject is singular in number. So we also have to use the singular helping verb, that is the puzzle, or this puzzle was solved by me. That me changed from I. Me we use at object's place only, and me we use in passive voice case. Now, this was the introduction of the chapter. Now let us start doing the exercises. Choose the correct passive form from the given option. An apple is eaten is eaten by him daily in order to keep the doctor away. Number 2, buildings are designed by an architect. Number 3, plants are watered by the gardener every evening. Tennis. Number 4, tennis is being played by the players of our school at this time. Number 5, the letter has not been written by Rumi yet. A sweet song, a sweet song is being sung by Mohit in the concert. A cardigan, a cardigan was being knitted by the old lady at that time. English is spoken all over the world. Number 9, a prayer will be sung by the choir in church next week. Number 10, many accidents at home are caused by slippery floors. Number 11, Madame and Monsieur Curie were given the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1903. Now number 12, when when was America discovered? Number 13, we were chosen to play by our games teacher. Thousands of kites are being exhibited at the International Kite Festival. There was a fire at the hotel last week. Two of the rooms were damaged. Many American programs are shown on Indian televisions. The washing machine was broken, but it's working now. It was repaired yesterday afternoon. Number 18. How old are these houses? When were they built? Number 19. I have never seen these flowers before. What are they called? Now exercise B. Choose the most appropriate passive form of for the given sentences from the option. Number 20. Who taught her French? We have to change this sentence into passive and we have to pick the correct one. And the answer will be, by whom was she taught French? As we have learned that while changing a sentence, while changing an interrogative sentence into passive, the question word will remain at its same place. That means the question word will remain at the beginning of the sentence. Now number 21. In winter, in winter, people burn a lot of oil, and the correct answer will be, a lot of oil is burnt by people in winter. 22. Seema sang many songs, and the correct answer will be, many songs were sung by Seema. 23. I will buy the tickets in advance, and the correct answer will be, the tickets will be bought by me in advance. Number 24. Somebody will meet you at the main gate, and the correct answer will be, you will be met at the main gate. You will be met at the main gate. Number 25. Why was the police checking all the cars? And its correct answer will be, why were all the cars being checked by the police? 26. Okay, exercise C. We have to read the following instructions for making coffee. Fill in the blanks with the correct passive voice from the given option. First of all, a cup of milk is poured in a pan, and the pan, let us see the 26 options. Pan, and the correct answer will be a pan is kept on fire, 1 teaspoon coffee powder is put in a cup, then number 28. Number 28. When milk or 1 teaspoon coffee powder is put in a cup with the required quantity of sugar, when milk starts boiling, it is sieved into the cup. The coffee and sugar will be mixed and it should be served very hot. Okay, let us move towards the next exercise, that is achievers sections. Hots, we have to choose the correct option to complete each sentence. Number 31, the thieves have been arrested by police. Number 32, the sports kit was being carried by the coach last night. A problem has been created by you. 34, here again we have to choose the correct option. Rita has been doing this work since morning, and the correct answer will be, as this sentence is in perfect continuous tense, so there is no passive voice for this. Now number 35, Sumit will not have received the letter, and the answer will be, the letter will not have been received by Sumit. So as we have completed the chapter number 10, so we will meet again with another topic. Till then, bye everyone.